allergies going on. It's been a problem for less than a year. Not a huge problem, but a problem. I haven't figured out what I'm allergic to. When I first noticed it as a problem, I thought maybe I was sick because it was a bigger problem, but now it just seems like something that comes and goes, and it's not that big of a deal, but it's kind of annoying. Got my beard going on for Fiddler on the Roof. Somebody asked me, what is your ethnicity? Jewish? And I thought, I guess my idea of growing a beard to be in Fiddler on the Roof is a winner, since some complete stranger thought I looked Jewish enough to comment upon it. And I don't even know, why were we talking about ethnicity? I don't know, I guess we were. So I guess it worked. I don't know. I think I just look different with a beard, not particularly different ethnicity or not, but I just look so much different when I have a beard, to me. So, getting ready for that. Getting ready for a road trip. Yesterday I was at McDonald's and I noticed this guy place his wallet on the floor, bend over, and put his credit card in the wallet with a hook on his hand, or a hook instead of a hand. So that caught my attention. I didn't want to stare at the guy, but I wanted to see how he reacted with the hook and how, if he was handling that well, and I was just curious, but I was looking at him. I look at everybody, but I didn't want to look like I was looking at him. So I noticed that he had on shorts, and he had the prototypical, or is it typical? If you would say to someone, what does a working man's leg look like? And I don't know if I've even thought about that before, but he had the typical, if you were going to cast for a commercial or a movie to show a typical working man's legs, that's who you would cast. And he was handling his credit card and ordering his food with no problem. He was just using a hook and having to bend over on the floor, put his wallet on the floor, bend over and use his hook to put his credit card in and out of his wallet. But he wasn't struggling, and he wasn't looking like a victim of anything, although when you don't have a hand, obviously he was a victim of something in the past, and he is currently going through what I would call a very rough thing. I can't imagine going through it without being helpless and hopeless and whatever. So there he is, self-assured. It reminds me of when I was at Disney one time and somebody got off the monorail at arrival to Magic Kingdom from the Ticket and Transportation Center. And it's a place where a lot of people bound out of the monorail exit to go to Magic Kingdom. So, it's Magic Kingdom's deliberately made so you have to travel to get there. And you can do that a couple different ways, but you have to travel to get there. And so when you get off the monorail, you feel like you've arrived, and people bound off of the monorail, people who are used to the place. And there's a happy anticipation because you just did something to get there, so it paid off, and like, oh, I get to go in now. So somebody did that. You can tell the people that go there a lot versus the people that are just, looking around around to see where to go. And the people that are happy to be there and have been there a million times run up the ramp. Or is it down the ramp? I don't know. So this guy bounds out of the monorail and hops on his one leg, going faster than everybody else. So this episode reminded me of that episode, because you've got somebody with what you would call a disability, a great problem that they have overcome, and they're showing no victimhood. They're just using what they have to get done what they want to do. So then the guy, the hook arm guy, not the one leg guy, the hook arm guy, hook hand guy, goes out to his truck. He's obviously a worker with his own truck and trailer and business, and I notice he doesn't have another arm either, or at least he has his arm in his shirt. So he doesn't have any fingers, because he doesn't have the other hand either, I guess. At least he can't use any fingers. He's got one hook, and that's all he can use that I can see. And he ate his meal, he went back to his work truck, and went back to his day, and I'll probably never see him again or think about him much. But the difficulties that he's had to overcome to get to where he is, and how does he do stuff with one hook? No fingers available to use. I don't know what was inside that shirt. Maybe just the leftovers of an arm. I don't know. It didn't look like he had a whole arm in a shirt. It looked like he had a shoulder in his shirt and something. So just to go through his life, and the only thing he can use for hands is one hook. But yet, I wasn't sad, because he was not I don't know how to say it. He wasn't wallowing. He wasn't missing out on anything. He wasn't, well, I don't even know how to say it. Because I guess we're just primed to think of the disabled as disadvantaged, and there's no way you can say that somebody with no fingers isn't disadvantaged. But in that instance, he was doing everything that anyone else would do in that situation. So in that particular situation, he was not handicapped. Although, what else can you call it? But of course, I don't need to categorize everyone and decide if their life is fair or not. This thought process reminds me of when people complain about things that they can't control. You know, oh, there's no God because there's pain in the universe. What? You know, what? Oh, everyone should be equal. What? It's kind of like saying gravity should be less. It's like, you know, the world would be different if gravity was less. We all would be able to jump higher and maybe fly or something, but gravity isn't less. Gravity isn't gonna be less. We can't control what gravity does. Why are we spending time talking about it? That's what it reminds me of. Conversations like that. So, I hope everybody's having a good day, as good as the guy with the hook for a hand. And that's my Driving Perilously for today.